Morning, folks.
Morning.
Good to see everybody. Weather's holding up. Mike, you got anything to kick us off with?
No, just a general reminder, time sheet, gas stick, make sure you guys get those in regular.
Got to speak up.
Talk louder.
What's that?
Louder.
Oh my God. Time sheets, invoices, and gas tickets, make sure you get those in.
There we go. Roy, you got anything this morning? Mikey here?
No, I think we was done with
Who am I missing? Daniel?
I'm good.
You good? All right.
Joe
Danny,
has,
anything?
Joe has the
I know that. You have anything?
I don't. Everybody's healthy as far as I know, so
Okay.
keep it up.
All right. Joe, you got birthdays? July birthdays?
That wasn't just me. No? No? He ain't hard.
Who are you looking for?
Kim.
Kim's not here, right?
All right.
We also have our monthly drawing. Dan said he was going to pick the first one. Mike?
All right, Mike Cozy. Nice way to come back from vacation, huh?
Yeah, I'm going next week. Sorry, I gotta go. Kim.
All right. Dominic, you had something you want to go over this morning?
Yeah, I had a couple of quick things. Before you guys leave, there's some hand sanitizer here. Grab some. This is kind of the stinky stuff, but it actually works pretty good, and it doesn't really stink that long. I've been using it. It's not horrible. Fire extinguishers. For guys who have fire extinguishers in their trucks and fire extinguishers, Munger fire extinguishers on the job site, next week we need to bring them in on Monday. So all the truck ones need to come in Monday morning, and then half the job site on Monday, and then on Tuesday you drop off the other half of the job site and re-pick up. There's a notice form here on this desk, so if you need the reminder, I'm also going to email it out and remind the supervisors in the next couple of meetings. One of the other things I want to talk about was equipment inspections and taking equipment out of service. When equipment's taken out of service, we can't come back in and take it. We take it out of service for a reason. We're not supposed to be taking it back once it's brought in here to get fixed. Just because it's not fixed and you need it is not an excuse to take it. And I really need everybody to start inspecting their tools. We've got a lot of guys out there using tools that are potentially dangerous because they didn't inspect them before they used them and didn't take them out of service because they were afraid if they took it out of service, they wouldn't have what they needed to do their job. All I know is that if something is taken out of service and you refuse to do the job because it's out of service, I bet you we're going to get a service really fast for you. So that's your leverage. So don't be afraid. Just say, I'm not using it, it's not safe. And I'll guarantee you, if you really need that tool, we'll have a new one there ASAP. All right? The next thing too is also lifts. Any kind of lift equipment, any kind of mechanic equipment, forklift, aerial lift, boom lifts, you need to inspect them before you use them. And if anything, I mean anything, doesn't work right, you need to take it out of service. You can't continue to use it until somebody comes to repair it. If it's malfunctioning or operating improperly, it needs to get removed from service. If there were to ever be an accident and we were using a lift or a machine that didn't have all its safety components working, we would be in a lot of trouble. And somebody could potentially get hurt. We had our scissor lifts come back. Both of them came back. They're having problems with the reverse switch. No one said a word. All right? I can't imagine going forward and not being able to back up, not assuming that was the issue, and not telling the supervisor. So I don't know how that happens, but for the most part, we do good every day. We just need to continue down that path, and you know, we could all be a little more diligent with that stuff. We're getting bigger now. We have the time, the capabilities. We can make stuff happen. So if you're ever using something that's not safe or something's not working correctly, please bring it to somebody's attention, and if need be, refuse to use the tool. Like I said, once you do that, help is going to be on the way really quick. So that's all I have. Don't forget sanitizer, fire extinguisher memo. Thank you.
Speaking of sanitizers, I actually heard over the weekend on the news that some sanitizers are coming through with methanol rather than alcohol. And methanol is potentially dangerous, gets absorbed through your skin. So watch what you buy. If you're buying it on your own, make sure you read the ingredients, okay? A lot of this stuff is coming from Mexico and some places overseas that aren't quite as diligent and careful about their products as the United States. We're going to check I haven't mentioned this to Dominic yet because I just heard it. We'll check our inventory to make sure it's all safe because we did buy a lot of it. I think we bought it from reputable places, but if you're around and you got some at home or you're buying it for home, whatever, please check the ingredients on that. Very important. I did want to talk about Eric and Dominic are getting out to the job sites and doing the weekly safety reports, and by and large the reports have improved every week. We're getting some real good stuff out of the field. The stuff Dominic talked about, there's always going to be something, especially with the scissor lifts and the equipment. I can't imagine you guys wanting to be on a scissor lift, boom lift, 40, 50, 60 feet in the air knowing that there's something wrong with it. So just it's your own safety's at risk if you decide to get on that machine. So please take the moment to review it and make sure if it's not working right, you get it out of service. I know the project's going to get delayed, but just think what could happen if you got on that lift. We'll get another lift in. Okay. So great job on the safety stuff week after week. The reports are getting better, and Dominic and Eric are taking the time in the reports to note the good stuff you guys are doing. It's not all negative. Getting some real good stuff out of that stuff, so thank you. Lastly, some of my recent updates have been on the core value, learn, share, and elevate together. I got a few more to get out to you folks. Reason that's so important is you guys, there's a ton of knowledge sitting out here in front of me, and there's a lot of people here that are also newer to the trades that want to learn. They're hungry for information. You guys have that information. You guys that are seniors here, don't be afraid to share your information. That's how the company grows. That's how you grow. So it's really important that we don't hold that information in. Take the time on the job. I know we want to get the job done. We're concerned about the hours on the job. You take a half hour, an hour to show somebody how to do something once and do it right. Next time you don't have to do that again, and next time you got two people that know how to do it, and it's going to go that much quicker. So just think about it in those terms. It's like when you if you have children and you raise children, you teach children every day. You show them how to do things right. You show them your knowledge. You share it with them so that they can elevate and then do it on their own. And your job isn't going to be in jeopardy. They're not taking your job from you. But you've done a world of good for that person and for the company. And just think, when you guys started in this trade, you were there too, right? You depended on somebody to share their knowledge. And years ago, that knowledge wasn't easily transposed. People didn't want to give their knowledge. They were concerned about their job. So nobody's at risk of losing their job if you share your knowledge. Anybody have anything that we could be doing better for you folks that you want to share? Good. I'm all set. Great to see you guys. Have a good week. All right.